until you actually practice law and you get your feet wet, it's kind of hard to know what it's going to actually be like. The more you know about the law school process, the type of people that are going to go, yeah, it's good. It's always good when you're making a decision about grad school or law school or something like that to know a little bit about what you're getting yourself into. And when you can get with somebody like a pre-law advisor, if you don't know a pre-law advisor, go talk to a lawyer. Maybe you have a family friend or something like that, and I'm sure they'd be happy. Lawyers like to talk, and I'm sure they'd be happy to visit with you about what it's like to go to law school.
I think the prep course is definitely a good way to go. Talking to mentors, talking to people that have been there before, that's one of the things that's helped me out a lot.
You need to prep for the LSAT, because if you just walk in, some people are gifted, they can walk in off the street, take it, and do really well. Most of us, though, I think you really need to prep for it. You have a chance of getting in because it is kind of a combination of things. Today, it's letters of recommendation, it's what you make on the LSAT, and it's also your GPA, and then they're also looking at kind of your portfolio and what kind of things, life experiences you've had, what kind of classes you've had in school, and they're looking generally for some sort of a diversified background.
I try to emphasize to them how important it is to make good grades from the very beginning, because when the time comes to apply for law school, that first couple of semesters you had where you didn't do very well will really come back to bite you. You should have a school that's kind of your stretch school, and then you should have a school that's a safe school, and then try for some others. If you're interested in moving somewhere else, then I think you should consider the area where you ultimately want to practice law, and to apply to a lot of schools in that particular region.
That's the good thing about law school is, the first year and a half is the same for everybody, and you get to take a lot of different courses and everything like that in all different fields of law, so you really get to see what you're interested in.
What is important is having good communication skills. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be a good speaker. It does mean that you need to be able to write clearly, you need to write coherently, writing complete sentences. You need to be able to put together some sort of a logical argument. And some people are, if they're a good speaker, they can do that, or they can write a real good paper. But you need to be able to write, and that's a skill that you learn in a number of different type courses. That could be English literature, that could be philosophy, that could be even math, where you're learning to communicate, though. But that's a very, very important skill to have.
The thing that is different about law school is that you don't have things like Pell Grants, where if you have financial need that you can get a grant. The various law schools do give scholarships, and they're not necessarily, most of them are not based on need. They consider by the time that you go to law school that you are an adult, and it's going to be based on your financial need. And just about everybody who goes to law school is needy. And I think students should always apply for the scholarships that are available from the schools that they're applying to. And then after that, there are good federal loans that are available that you can get in a range of percentage from 6 to 8% that you'll be able to pay off anywhere from 10 to 25 years. You have to think about how much debt you can afford to pay off, what you think your expectations are going to be regarding salary when you get out. But just about everybody borrows money to go to law school. And so you have to start thinking about continuing to live on a budget, figuring out exactly how much you need to borrow.